Apple is gearing up to do something it hasn't tried in a long time. It's getting ready to completely overhaul the iPhone lineup, and in the process, it's rumored to be killing off a model that a lot of people actually like. This isn't just some minor, incremental update. We're talking about huge changes with the iPhone 17, including a brand new, super slim model that could completely change what we think a high-end phone should be. The leaks are pointing to a future where your standard iPhone finally gets the Pro features you've been asking for, where the Pro models get a totally new design, and where a new player enters the game. But with all this change, the real question is this the upgrade you've been waiting for? Is this the year you finally trade in your old phone? Today, we're digging into the 6 biggest, most important leaks to figure that out. Section 1. The new lineup. Goodbye Plus. Hello Air. For the last few years, the iPhone lineup has been pretty predictable. You've got the standard, the Pro Max, and the Plus model, which has always felt like the odd one out. It was just a bigger version of the basic iPhone, without any of the cool features that made the Pro models feel, well, Pro. It looks like Apple has been paying attention. According to a ton of leaks and analyst reports, Apple is planning to get rid of the Plus model when the iPhone 17 series comes out. But it's not just taking something away, it's swapping it with something new and, let's be honest, way more interesting, the iPhone 17 Air. This isn't just a name change. The iPhone 17 Air is rumored to be a complete redesign built around one single idea, making it impossibly thin. We're talking about a body that could be shockingly slim, which would make it one of the thinnest iPhones ever. Think about how thin the latest iPad Pro is. Apple is reportedly bringing that same design philosophy to the iPhone. The iPhone 17 Air is expected to fit right in the middle of the lineup with a 6.6-inch display, making it bigger than the regular iPhone 17 but a bit smaller than the Pro Max. It's also rumored to have an aluminum body to keep it light, setting it apart from the heavier Pro models. This shows a huge shift in Apple's strategy. Instead of a model that's just bigger, they're making a new option that's all about its premium, super portable design. This is for people who want a phone that feels incredible and modern in the hand, and maybe don't need the absolute best camera system. But, as we'll get into, that stunningly thin design might come with some major trade-offs. Section 2. The display. Finally, no more compromises. Let's talk about one of the biggest complaints from iPhone users for the past few years. For what feels like forever, if you wanted that super smooth 120Hz promotion display, you had to spend the extra money on a Pro model. All while mid-range Android phones were getting high refresh rate screens, making the 60Hz on the standard iPhone feel more and more ancient. Well, get ready to breathe a sigh of relief, because that's all rumored to change. Leaks from multiple credible sources, including display industry analysts, suggest that the entire iPhone 17 lineup is getting a 120Hz display. Yes, that includes the standard iPhone 17. This is a huge deal. It means that for the first time, you won't have to buy a Pro model to get that top-tier, fluid experience. Now, some reports are a little hazy on the details. While some leaks say all 4 models will get the advanced LTPO panels needed for fully adaptive promotion, which saves battery by dropping the refresh rate down to 1 Hz, others suggest the standard models might get a 120Hz display that isn't adaptive. Even if that's the case, it's still a massive upgrade from 60Hz. Apple is finally fixing a major weak spot and closing a big gap between its regular and Pro phones. For a lot of people, this alone could be the biggest reason to upgrade. Section 3. The design. A whole new feel. Beyond the new lineup, the look and feel of the phones are getting a major facelift. The current flat-edged design is iconic, but let's be real, it can be a little sharp to hold. And for the Pro models, that giant camera bump has become a choice. For the iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max, Apple is rumored to be trying something completely different, and honestly, a little wild. Leaks and dummy models show a new, rectangular camera bar that stretches right across the back of the phone. It's a huge change from the corner, stovetop, we've had for years. The 3 lenses will likely stay in their usual triangle shape, but the flash and lidar sensor would move to the other side of the bar. So why the change? The rumor is that it's a practical move. Apple is reportedly upgrading the telephoto lens on the Pro models to a 48-megapixel sensor. To fit that bigger sensor without messing up image quality, they need to shuffle the components around, and this new bar design gives them the space they need. Meanwhile, the standard iPhone 17 is expected to get smaller but important tweaks. Leaks point to a new process that will create a smoother, more seamless curve between the metal frame and the back glass, making the phone feel more comfortable. Plus, Apple is reportedly using something called border reduction structure technology to shrink the bezels down significantly, giving you more screen without making the phone itself any bigger. OK, we're halfway through the biggest rumored changes, from a brand new slim model to a 120Hz display for everyone and a wild new camera bar. That's a lot to process. Out of all that, what's jumping out to you? Let me know down in the comments. And if you're finding this useful, do me a solid and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our deep dives when these phones are officially announced. Section 4. The brain's the A19 Bionic every year, new iPhone, new chip. But this time, the chip situation is a little more complicated, and it's all about making your iPhone way smarter. Here's the twist. It looks like Apple is continuing its strategy of splitting the processors. The brand new A19 Bionic chip? That's rumored to be exclusively for the iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max. The standard iPhone 17 and the new iPhone 17 Air are expected to get the A18 chip, which is likely the same family of chip that will be in this year's iPhone 16 Pro. So what does that actually mean for you? The A19 chip, built on an even more advanced process, is being designed to handle the heavy lifting for on-device AI and machine learning. We're talking about more complex, real-time AI features, smoother gaming, and better battery life for the Pro users. But don't count the standard models out. The A18 is still going to be an incredibly fast and capable chip, more than powerful enough for what 99% of people do. To support these powerful new chips, the entire iPhone 17 lineup is also rumored to get a RAM upgrade, potentially jumping from 8GB to 12GB. More RAM is key for multitasking and keeping apps running in the background, making the whole experience feel snappier. Section 5. The camera compromise and conquest. The iPhone camera is always a huge deal, and for the iPhone 17, it's a story of two extremes. Incredible new power for the pros, and a potentially controversial compromise for the new Air model. Let's start with the Pro and Pro Max. As we mentioned, that new camera bar is there for a reason. Both Pro models are rumored to feature a full trio of 48-megapixel cameras, including that upgraded telephoto lens. This would bring insane detail and consistency across all three cameras. On the front, the entire iPhone 17 lineup is expected to get an upgraded 24-megapixel selfie camera. A big jump from the current 12 megapixels that should mean much sharper photos and videos. But now for the big one, the compromise that's going to have everyone talking. To get that jaw-droppingly thin design, the iPhone 17 Air is rumored to feature only a single 48-megapixel camera on the back. Yep, you heard that right, no ultra-wide or telephoto lens. This is a clear trade-off. You get the incredible design, but you lose camera versatility. Apple is betting that for some people, the sleek, minimalist feel of the Air will be more important than a multi-lens camera system. Section 6. The battery king. The Pro Max. For all the talk about thin designs and fast chips, there's one thing that's always at the top of everyone's list: better battery life. And for power users, the iPhone 17 Pro Max is shaping up to be an absolute monster. According to multiple leaks, the iPhone 17 Pro Max will get the biggest battery ever in an iPhone, with some rumors suggesting it could approach a massive 5,000 mAh capacity. This would almost certainly make it the undisputed king of iPhone battery life. To fit this giant battery, the Pro Max might even be slightly thicker than its predecessor, a trade-off most power users would gladly take for hours of extra use. This creates a fascinating divide in the new lineup. On one end, you have the iPhone 17 Air, which is rumored to have a much smaller battery as a direct sacrifice for its slim profile. And on the other end, you have the Pro Max, which is doubling down on endurance above all else. This gives you an incredibly clear choice based on what you care about most. Do you want the ultimate in portability with the Air, knowing you might need to find a charger before the day is over? Or do you want the absolute peace of mind that comes with the Pro Max, a phone that can power through anything you throw at it? Conclusion: so, after all these leaks, is the iPhone 17 the upgrade you've been waiting for? This is shaping up to be one of the most important updates in years, and it's all about giving people clear choices. If you felt left behind by the expensive Pro models, the standard iPhone 17, with its rumored 120Hz display, could finally be the perfect, no-compromise phone for you. If you're all about cutting-edge design, the super slim iPhone 17 Air offers something radically new, as long as you're okay with its camera and battery trade-offs. And if you're a power user who needs the absolute best, the iPhone 17 Pro and especially the Pro Max, with its new camera system and giant battery, are set to deliver in a huge way. Of course, this is all based on rumors, and we won't know the real story until Apple takes the stage in the fall. But the picture that's forming is one of a more diverse lineup than ever before, with a phone for every type of person. So the real question is, which person are you? Are you Team Air, Team Pro, or is the standard model finally the one for you? Let me know your pick in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Smash the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more tech challenges, future experiments, and real talk from TechWave 65.